Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Old School versus the New School. What's going on, Alex?
Another week of craziness. What's happening? It's all good here in Virginia. You know what I mean? Just
It's cold.
managing to stay busy.
You said what?
Managing to stay busy, you
Oh, okay,
know?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Aunt Nisi, what's going on? She's trying to emulate her inner Alex. She says, "Yo, yo, yo."
Yo, what's up, Aunt Nisi?
She said, "Woo, the stories I have about this." Yes, yes,
Oh,
the
goodness.
stories. Because as y'all can see in the headlines and the title, today we are going to be discussing Black business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, Miss Sherry. And hey, everybody else coming in and you've been in clouds. What's going on? I hope y'all had a good weekend. But we're going to get into some things today because, as you guys know, over here in the galaxy, I stand on support. Me and Alex make sure that, especially on old school versus new school, we give people opportunities to come and share their businesses, talk about their businesses. But it's kind of disheartening what's going on in the Black arena of business.
Yeah. It can be. It can be. There's challenges. Um, there's certain etiquettes that are not being met. The people can be, troubling or disheartening. There's the lack of support issue. There's a lot of different things going on, and we're all about not just discussing the issue but also giving solutions, because we can discuss problems all day, but it's about solutions.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to talk about some solutions because, in my opinion, there's pros and cons on both sides. So there's good businesses as well as janky businesses. However, there are great customers and fucked up customers. Okay.
You couldn't
So
pick a
we gonna
better
be
adjective.
real. Huh?
You
No,
couldn't
that's
pick.
that's what it is. No sugarcoating today. Because because seriously, it has to stop right here because we talk
Yeah.
about this a lot over here. We have to support us. We have to
Mhm.
start supporting us. We have to start respecting us. We have to start protecting us because every other race and ethnicity, they look out for their own. They do business with their own.
Mhm.
Not about to come in and mess with their own. So I have to call it for what it is. There is no sugarcoating today.
No,
Fucked up
no.
customers.
Right. And we never sugarcoat over here. We never. You know me. You know better than that.
So
You
we
know.
have a treat for you guys today because not only do Alex and I we run businesses, but we asked a special guest to come in, a fellow business owner, um, in a different I guess what you want to call it, like a category, I guess, of business.
Yeah.
Um,
Different category of business in the food business.
yes, food industry. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring him on up and introduce him to you guys. Hey, what's going on?
Hello. How are you doing, Alex and Nicole?
E Nicole, don't never leave that.
I'm sorry, E Nicole. I'm so sorry. How you doing, E
Oh,
Nicole
yeah, he forget that.
and
Yeah,
Alex?
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see the E there at
Chris,
first.
Chris, you'll cut your throat, bro. You forget that E.
Look, long as you can get it repaired, it's all good.
Thank you so much for coming. We are so happy to have you here. And we're going to give you the floor for a minute before we get on our soapboxes. What are some of your experiences when it comes to business, and kind of tell those people what exactly your business is?
Well,
Okay.
before Chris gets into that, I just want to say to the audience that Chris is not just a personal friend of mine. He's also been my personal baker for a number. How many years, Chris? Got to be at least six
It's
or
been over
seven.
10 years. I'd say since 2010.
Yeah, it's been a long time. He's been my personal baker. This guy extraordinary with the cheesecakes, but he make all kind of cakes and pastries and pies, just extraordinary. So every Thanksgiving and Christmas and different birthdays, I order from Chris. So he's located in Virginia Beach, not too far from me, but he has his challenges as a businessman. So I want him to discuss a little bit of his business, what he do, why he chose baked goods, at this juncture, and just give you the floor for a second to introduce yourself to the people.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. I've been in the baking industry since 2007. And it's been a phenomenal process. It has some challenges and all, and it just keep excelling. I'm doing very good with it, and I just look forward to meeting more people year by year. And now to discuss the challenges that I've experienced, um, people like sometimes you can run across some people. They try to like lowball your business. You can let them know how much your product is. I only have this, or that's too high, or So how I handle situations like that, let them know. I said, my price is my price. If you're looking for a cheaper budget, then I can direct you to someone who probably could do it cheaper. I send them to the grocery store. But unfortunately, I'm not going to back down. If you want my product, then you have to pay what I charge you. Also, we all inspire and we all are influential in a way. Also, what I experienced is that people that never supported me, they have my product because they buy, they try for someone that came to me, and then sometimes they'll go home and practice it, and they'll follow your social media, and they try to copy everything you do, and then they push it, and
talk about it.
Yeah. So I just left. I used to get mad at the beginning, but at the end of the day, what God has for me is for me. You shouldn't do things just for the money. It got to be something that you love doing, because if you out there baking, no, that's not your gift. Once you present it to your customer, they're gonna know you put love into it. Not so. Guess what? You don't last long. So if it's not something that you always want to do, the customers, they're gonna find out. And guess what? My customers may come to you, but they're gonna come right back. That's pretty much what I've been experiencing. And then we got to be careful with the people that support us as well. Sometimes if someone in the same field as you, a customer that's supporting both ends, they'll pit you against one another. So let's say I post my dessert on social media, and I could be unaware that someone did something similar. The customer that inbox the person doing the same thing, this person's still in your job. And then instead of that other person, doing a fact check, they taking a run with it, and then they start, being shaded towards you. Also, for me, if when customers come to me and they talk about other people that do the same thing, or I don't like it, this person or her stuff dry, I don't even entertain it, because at the end of the day, if you give your opinion, guess what? They can go right back to the next person. So how I handle situations like that, I let them know. I said, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that you had that experience with them, but I highly recommend that you go talk to them and give them a chance to fix the situation, because I can't do nothing about what they did to you. And unfortunately, I do not want to get caught up in, the fiasco that that person have gone on. And that keeps me clear of anything but the next part.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Chris. Why goods? Why not do dinners, chicken and fish and potato salad? And why baked goods? Why did you choose to do baked goods?
Well, okay, to answer your question, I have the ability to sell dinners and the sides and all. But the reason why I like to do the desserts, because it's more flexibility with it. Like, especially like when it's cold outside right now, I go out and network. I can have the desserts inside my car, and it's cold outside, so it's keeping my product at the temperature that I need. And then I can go in and out. I can like talk to people out at the bars or special events, let them know, hey, how many I do desserts. Oh, do you have any right now? I said, yes, I have some right in the car. Oh, can I try it out? And then they purchase. Right. Now, I wouldn't mind doing dinners, but the only way that I would do it is if the availability is there, and they have to do a deposit, and the time they want it done. I just don't want to really do the individual dinners, because that stuff you got to be served hot at all times, and everyone don't come on time to pick up their product. So what would work for me if I was to go that direction? I would prefer to cater, make the sides, and put it in the pans and drop it off, and then they do it, face the plates as they go. Right. I just don't want to really go the direction of selling individual plates now. And also, I'm thinking about once I get more education, because I'm in the process of going to school, I wouldn't mind going to your house, be like a personal chef, go to your house and, cook your brunch. I can go that direction once I get more knowledge and,
Right.
find out everything pertains to the level.
Right. So you're currently furthering your education in culinary arts.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Any questions for Chris right now before I continue?
I want to know, what would you tell somebody going into the baked good business? What are some mistakes that you have made that you would help them bypass?
Oh, I have some good ones. Never be afraid to reach out to someone that is experienced in that. I highly recommend that anyone that wants to bake, connect with someone that has experience, because they can help them along the way. Also, read directions. If you follow recipes, perfect it before you present it to your customers, because reading is fundamental. Also, don't let anyone, try to bargain with you. You're not in out of the country where people desperate for money. Stand on your word. Don't give stuff on credit, because my younger years, I used to give people stuff on credit. You don't see that money all the time. Don't give stuff on credit, because at the end of the day, you taking your time out making that product for them. If they can't afford it, they don't need to reach out to you.
I think that's something major that people don't understand, because I feel like as business owners a lot, and you're in a baked good. So like you say, you cooking with love, so that means we have a heart for people. So we feel sorry sometimes, but don't let them come and borrow no cupcake till Friday, y'all. You heard it here first.
And just like, how, like, if you do something wrong with the customer and that it's consequences for you, you can give your customers consequences as well. It works both ways. Now, all money is not good money. It's not.
Right.
So if you got to track, don't blow a person's phone up. A person order, they know they order. In my younger years, I'll call you. When you come, I don't do that anymore. It's whether you want or not, and that's why back then I wish I would have did it. Then I make people pay this stuff up front, especially if it's a certain amount. You got to pay it up front before I even.
Yeah, Chris, that's why this year, when I ordered from you for Thanksgiving, as I always do, you said, yeah, I need everything up front. And it threw me at first, because I've been, like you said, 2010, I've been buying, we never did it like before. Now, when you said that to me, I kind of knew why, but then I wanted to hear it from you.
Right.
Like there's been an instance or circumstances, because I know with us, with our people, we always want to take the shortcut. We always want the discount. We always hollering about, give me a deal and this kind of thing, right? We don't walk into Macy's and tell Macy's to give me a deal. We don't walk into the Asian hair spot and say, give me a deal on these wigs.
You sure don't.
We don't walk into the Chinese restaurant and say, give me a deal on this rice and chicken wings and lo mein and stuff. So we just, whatever they say the price is, we pay it, right? Yep. But when it comes to us, it's always a situation where break, deal, like we don't have to eat. I deal with that as an artist. So does TheeEnicole. TheeEnicole deals with that as an artist as well. So when you said that to me this past Thanksgiving, I was taken aback, but then I quickly understood why you were doing it. Do you want to share a story without names, of course?
Absolutely. So, if I was to be positive with this statement, I don't think customers intentionally will flake, but sometimes they're not conscious of what they're spending. So, I had people, I'll make the birthday cakes. When that day come, they don't answer their phone. And then, I think what baffles me is that 2 or 3 weeks later, they'll say, hey, I apologize. They will lie. I had to take my daughter to the hospital. You took you 3 weeks to come up with a lie. And I can see your social media, you're posting this. Right. And I just don't even entertain it. So how I handle people like that, I take a note. And guess what? I make a decision if I ever want to do business with them again.
Right.
So
Right.
what I highly suggest anyone that's doing self-employment, anything, get your money now, because you know you can have customers be like, oh, I'm gonna come get my stuff after I finish shopping. If they pay up front, they can go buy all the stuff. Guess what? They can forget the money they're supposed to pay you. And guess what? They're gonna ignore your phone call. So get your money now.
Right. Right. And Chris, can you speak about, because I also noticed that this year in particular, your prices have gone up. And I know as a business person, you know, prices go up, economy, things affect your prices. Okay.
Yes.
So again, I didn't question it because I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, give me the cakes. You know what I
Right.
mean? So just so the public can understand, okay, how does the recent economy, what's going on in the world right now, how does that affect your business and your pricing?
So I had some mishaps, like you know, business is still good, but there's still some hiccups. So what I noticed, you never know how much of a difference you to spend over to this time, especially people who making stuff for holidays. I used to could spend probably $500 to do all these Thanksgiving orders. It looked like I had spent almost 3 times more. If I was to give a clear example, a box of vanilla wafers used to cost $2. Now it costs $5. Okay. Cream cheese was like $3.99. Because I buy like a loaves and buckets and stuff.
Right.
So like a 3-pound of cream cheese used to cost $4.99. Now it's $9.99. Vanilla extract that costs like about $30 to $40 when I should spend $14 for that. A lot of things play factor. You get because some people can have a rebuttal saying it don't cost much to do this. Sometimes it don't, but they don't think about the labor.
Yeah.
That labor's just one of the biggest things, because you know it take about 10 minutes to make that batter. You got the batter against the pan. It could take 40 minutes in the oven. You got to let it cool off. You got to make your batter. That's all that plays factor.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, Chris, it's interesting because TheeEnicole mentioned that they don't understand that this is coming from a place of love. And I know you're a person where if somebody even mentioned a box cake to you, you're gonna have a stroke.
Because I mean, and no shade to anyone,
because you are from scratch, dude. You make everything from scratch.
And no shade to anyone that do it from the box. You know, it's just me personally, I feel like doing it from scratch to show your own creativity. And I've been to so many birthday parties where cake and tastes exactly like Duncan Hines, like it has the same identical taste. And I go to these stores in Norfolk. A lot of people, they go into the store about that icing. I know what a box cake, and again, no shade someone to do it, but I feel personally, you show your creativity when you do your stuff from scratch.
Right. And also your care for your customers. You show the care for your customers, for your client base, people that's going to consume what you're eating. You said, listen, I'm putting love into this, time, effort, energy, everything. And by doing it that way, you're doing what everybody else can't do. To me, anybody can make a box cake, in my opinion. Okay. But what you're doing is totally different. It's more artistry, the way you design your stuff. You know, if TheeEnicole saw the pictures on Instagram or whatever, everybody can go to his Instagram. And by the way, we're talking to Christopher Westray of assorted cheesecake.
Cheesecakes and desserts.
Westray assorted cheesecakes. And so go on Instagram, look for Westray assorted cheesecakes, all the desserts. They look beautiful. And they taste even better than they look, you know, believe me. So, but TheeEnicole, you got something for Chris before I continue?
You was talking so much, you said what I was thinking.
I did? Okay.
And also, what business, we can't please everybody either. Like, no matter how good person, you're not gonna please everybody at all. So I sell, you know, some people gonna like your stuff, some people not. So I always be humble, because anyone, you know, no matter how good you are, somebody can say something negative about your stuff, and you got to be strong enough to handle anything a person says.
Yeah, because they're allowed to say it's just, you know. Go ahead, E. Sorry about that.
I like that y'all being nice, because I'm getting ready to get to the nitty gritty, because we need to just put everything out on the table. Chris, I want you to talk a little bit about some of the things that discourage you sometimes as a business owner.
Oh,
when we are in the arena of, you know, we're servicing people that look like us. How are we being treated as business owners? Do you find mistreatment? Do you get bad attitudes? Like, what are some things that turn you off as a business owner?
Okay, so the double standard. So like social media, it's changed the algorithm of things. Like I can post and people don't see it 2 days later, versus how back then you could post it and people are there responding right away. That I'm trying to get my thoughts. Oh, family members. I have a huge family on both ends. I know a lot of people, but most of my customers come from people that don't really know me. Alice know me. I probably about maybe five people in my family support me. I got a lot. My mama, her generation has, it's like 74 like about 94 first cousin in the generation. They got a lot of kids, and I have a lot of cousins in my area, and don't none of them. I mean, probably like 5 people out of my cousins on my mama's side support, and they be the main ones.
Wow.
When I go to an event, oh, what a dessert set? You know what I say to them? I said, when have you ever supported?
Right.
So once you start supporting, maybe I will donate some here and there.
I have a theory, Chris, and I know you have a big family. You know, I come to your house, pick up my stuff. I talk to your mama. I know y'all got a big family, right?
Right.
I have a big family, right? And here's my theory on that, because most of your support, we just have to eat it and say most of our support on our way to success will come from strangers.
Right.
And it's not that your family don't love you. They do love you, but here's the rub. The rub is right now you're on their level. Okay. You're a businessman. You're just starting out. You still see them. They still have access to you. Whenever they want access to you, they can pick up a phone, call you, just drop by the house unannounced, all these different kind of things. Right. But if they support you, and the large families that we have, you'll quickly start to elevate. Your will start to ascend. You'll get more and more busy. You'll have more and more money. Then you can hire people and so forth. And what happens in that circumstance? They start to lose access to you.
Right.
And that's what they're afraid of. It's the fear of losing access. Now you're going to be up here. We're going to still be down here. We can no longer have access to you. We can't call when we want. Now we got to go through a manager or an assistant. You know, it's funny because when the great legend Michael Jackson, he was already famous with his brothers, right? But he didn't become the legendary, iconic Michael Jackson until he left his brothers.
Right.
Right. And once he left, he cut off contact with everybody but his mama. They had to go through his managers to reach him, through his agents, because he had to focus on where he was trying to go. If he didn't focus on that, there would be no Thriller Michael Jackson. Wouldn't be no bad Michael Jackson. You know, we would know all that stuff. You know, so I'm not sure if TheeEnicole agrees with what I just said, but that's my theory on why family don't support you. Most of the support will come from strangers. What do you say, E?
I don't agree with that, and this is why. My thinking would be because my family that support me and love me, when I get where I'm going, they coming right with me. You're not going to lose access to me if you really support me and you really love me. You're going to be right there with me. So I think you just jealous, because why wouldn't you support? This is your family, your blood. You've been cooking. When you was growing up, did you like to cook?
Yes.
So growing up, did you and your cousins or siblings, you're in the kitchen together?
No, but so my immediate family, they're supportive, but I had like a lot of first cousins, a lot of second cousins. So now to answer both of your question, Alice, I think it depends on the person. My family, like they're like like if anything happened, they're the first ones that's gonna be there for me. I can't count on my other cousins they made, but I have more faith in my siblings. Now, to you, TheeEnicole, when it comes down to business, I think it really depends on your personality that contributes to the level of success that you're going. So what has been working for me, I'm a people person. I can go to the grocery store and, you know, people that's shopping close around you, they see about all this stuff. They can start asking questions. So
that's
I'm able to open up, say, hey, what you have a bakery? I say, yes, I do desserts, you know, blase, blase. And then they'll start calling me. Like recently, I was in DC like 2 weeks ago. That's why I stay groomed too. That's another thing that stands out. Someone approached me at the gas station. And I thought it was weird, but they how you doing? You from here? Because I was not a familiar face. I guess which part of Maryland I went to. They got me information. Guess what? They end up buying desserts the next day. So the personality, again, that plays factor in why I do what I do. And then also when I go out to the clubs and stuff, I'm always networking. So that's I don't think I had any bad years for my business at all.
Right.
I think I need to just find balance. That's one of the things I don't like. And then another thing, the bad part of my business, I don't know who I'm talking to sometimes. The person say, hey, Chris Westray, and I can't remember who they are.
Right. Yeah. Well, you got a lot of customers.
That happens for me too, as well. A lot, and it's sometimes people get mad, like when they text or they call and I say, who's this? They're like, never mind. Listen, it's a lot of people coming through this phone. I just refresh my memory on what we've spoke about because you know I do so many things, and with you, you're meeting so many people. You're like, just refresh my memory, and then we can get to the business.
I don't do that.
Like, they take it personal.
You got to wing it through. I wings it through. Like I used to lie and say, "Oh my God, I've seen you in a long time. I just saw you 2 weeks ago." So now, so eventually, I found out who they are. I just keep talking to them. I wing it through, and then you know, sometimes when you approach people, you don't say much and let them do all the talking. It's gonna come back to you.
I do that too. So business tip, y'all heard what he just said. Make sure that y'all put that in your folder. Also, sometimes when you can't remember somebody's name, you just say, "How you spell your name so I can correctly spell it right in my contacts."
I don't
even
know
the first name.
I say, "Hey, buddy." I say stuff like that. And then also, this is another thing I do too. If I don't know your name and you purchase a dessert, I use my app called Cash Flow Management. I say, I need you to fill this out because I'm for inventory purposes.
Exactly. Yes.
And also, I love when people cash out because when they cash out, that's when I can remember the name too. Because sometimes the name is up there.
Yeah, that's how I
crazy cash app name.
That's how I pay them. That's how I pay them.
Because like I'm gonna tell you, like with social media, I can't stand it. It hurts my nerves. And hope I'm fit anyone out there that's watching. I can't stand people have fake names on Facebook. I can understand why, because of job purposes, but it makes me mad that I can't know the real name sometimes.
But I want to, you know what, Chris? I want to go back to something TheeEnicole said. We just addressing a family not supporting. And she said they need to support because when she go to, they know that she's going to take them with them. Okay, true.
I would have to agree and disagree at the same time, though. I would have to. I'm gonna tell you why. I can agree and disagree at the same time because when family members, they're gonna allow them to want a discount. So now
they know not to play with me.
Some of them want discounts. Now, what I will do for my family, if they order something, I get them a little extra this. So let's say they order a dozen cupcakes. One of my family members, I would get them an extra 6.
Right.
I'm just not gonna reduce my price to accommodate them. That makes sense because that's still my numbers.
Yeah,
I'll do that for them.
Yeah. Okay. But the point I was making when TheeEnicole said that they know, because see, for me, it's more mental. It's how we're conditioned. So when TheeEnicole said they know that you're going to take them up with you in their mind because they've been so conditioned with life. While you down on this level, they think you're going to leave them. They don't even realize that's how they thinking.
But not my family members, though.
That's how powerful the mind is, though, Chris.
Yeah, master.
You know what I mean?
Ain't like that. My family, they already had their mindset that we're because it again depends on the type of family you have. My family, they already know anything I have, and I have the ability I'm gonna do for them. So it really depends on the relationship you have with that person. Like my family, they got my back. They get on my nerves, but they got my back, especially when coming out to stuff I need. So I'm gonna have to give you an example. Okay, let's say I want my family to go to a nice restaurant, and they don't have the means. So you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I did. I've done it twice. I wanted to take my family to Captain George's. I told my sister, if you get 15 orders of cheesecakes, I will make it happen. And guess what? They made it happen.
Then you giving them incentive.
You're right.
Incentive to help.
Sometimes you gotta give them incentives to help you because they have things going on in their lives too. I don't want anybody in my family to feel obligated, but it's a kind gesture if they do certain things for me.
Right.
Because nobody wants to do stuff for free. They don't.
Yeah. I like that. I like the incentive. I like the incentive part of it. You know, I was simply getting into people's mindset. You know, somebody like me, you've grown up poor, dirt poor, right? That's how we grew up, right? So we can't see ourselves at certain levels because we grew up a certain way. We get stuck in there. Like Malcolm time, a lot of us are in, not with bars, but the prisons of our minds. Okay. So when we go up there and become a millionaire status, they become fearful. Don't leave us. That's why this saying exists. When you get up there, don't forget the little people. You know, you hear people say that all the time.
Right.
Forget the little people, you know, because that fear is always there. That even though TheeEnicole is my sister, when she starts seeing that money, she may forget and run away from us.
But still could go back to what you done for that person. Because I heard that before. I saw a girl post on social media like earlier this year when a person said, sometimes people when they get up, they forget who people are. And you know, she said, make sure you did forget about them when they was trying to get there. So with that being said, I met you in entertainment. You know, when I first met you, I was doing stage plays. Okay,
right.
Remember that? So unfortunately, people, they have a stigma with supporting local artists. That once a person get worldwide, then they want to go support them. And
that's right.
Their artists gonna remember that you didn't support them, so they're not gonna show you love. Right. So make sure you do right by these people that's trying to get to what they want to. And then once they get there, they're gonna remember you. Don't expect someone to do stuff for you when they made it there, when you didn't show them any love when they was trying to climb the charts.
Right. That's right. I agree with that 100%. What's your thoughts, E? That mind turning. Look at her. Chris, I'm gonna warn you, Chris. TheeEnicole like to have her cleavage out. Please don't look over there too often because you're gonna get distracted.
What is he talking about? I don't know what. We're talking about business right now. Get it together. What's up, Hankin TV? If y'all not subscribed to Hankin TV, make sure you guys are subscribed to him. Speaking of support, that's what we do over here. So you guys know Chris, links for his store and his page are in the description. Make sure that you guys are following him.
Yeah.
So you told us a little bit about some things that not discourage you, but kind of irritate you a little bit when it comes to business. What are some things that you would not trade for the world when it comes to business for people who are, you know, it's a lot of people that are standing on that line of, should I quit my job and start my own business? Is this really for me? What are some things as a business owner would you say are really rewarding? And why you wouldn't change that?
If I keep it honest, I like what I'm doing right now. Like a lot of people, you know, they'll ask me why I don't go 100% full time. The reason why I don't want to go that direction, because I still want to have a regular job and just do it around. I want more than one income. And also, I like the amenities of having lesser assurance when I'm having a regular job and just do that as a secondary income. Because a lot of people know that self-employed full-time without any other income, the assurance is very high. I like to have the ability to still take trips and still get paid off PTO.
Right.
So that's my reason why.
Oh, so you work and you have a regular job.
Right.
I mean, you work and you have your own business.
Right. So I like to have. I like to like. If I'm not sitting on the island, I'm still getting paid off PTO versus going away and not getting no money.
Yeah, that the medical too alone, man. That stuff will get you. You know what I mean? Insurances and things like that. And yeah, and when you are a full entrepreneur, you don't work, you don't get paid.
Right.
But if you got quote unquote regular job, you take a week vacation, you get paid for the whole week, kind of thing. So a lot of people miss that. But also, Chris, a lot of people, this is why they fear going out on their own. It's like, if I don't work, I don't eat.
And I have another reason why too. I want to tell you another reason why I don't, because like I've seen people that have, and I want some discouraged. I would say more irritated. When you run a business and you still have people work for you, everyone don't have the same willingness like you. So let's say you, TheeEnicole, you, Alice, you have a restaurant. You could cook your tail off. You take that day off and you got a young person that don't have the cooking skills. Their cooking's not gonna taste the same. How many times have y'all been to a restaurant? Miss Shirley won't there today, so those collard greens didn't taste the same. Have y'all experienced they go to a restaurant? Right. One person won't there, so it tasted different.
Yep.
I totally get what you're saying, but I'm actually am in that position, just not with the food. With my business, I'm the one who has the dream and the vision. So a lot of times, a lot of people that are working with me, they don't have that same fire. So come on, let's go. Let's be on time. Let's do what we got to do. And sometimes it does get frustrating. So I understand what you're saying. But for those that do want to jump out there, I say go for it, because I just run my business. I don't have no 9-to-5. What's going on, Matt? But it's about knowing who you are and what you can handle.
I can agree.
You know what I'm saying? Don't jump out there if you can't handle it.
Right. Yeah, because a lot come with this entrepreneur thing. A lot. Especially if you have a family, because there's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows. And kids are looking at you. If you got a spouse, they're looking at you like, listen, bruh, we hungry, and you dreaming. So, you got to understand that happens as well. But let me segue a bit, Chris, and ask you, because you have a very array assortment of desserts and pies and stuff that you make. Which one is your favorite, and which the customers demand?
You said what's my favorite?
Yes.
I don't like none of my stuff because I've been doing it so long.
What? Wait a minute.
No, seriously. It's like how many times if you like work at McDonald's, you don't like I would say it's disgusting. I'm so used to it. Like in my early stage, I used to taste everything, but I've been doing it for so long. I just don't have. I like to have other people's stuff that makes sense.
Yeah.
And when people eat my stuff, they're like, it's so good. I'm like, it's just okay to me because I've been doing it so long. I don't have that urge for sweets like this since I've been doing it for so long. Now,
okay. Well, wait, hold on. Before you get to the second part, let me remix the question then.
Okay, please.
What's your favorite thing to make?
Oh, I love doing like pound cakes. I love doing and cheesecakes is the number one because like I can do it in bulk. I have KitchenAid. I can put so much of those ingredients in a bowl and spread it out until like I can make like about 7 to 8 cheesecakes at one time and knock it out like that.
Right.
Cakes you gotta do. I love doing everything, but I like the cheesecakes is number one, so I can knock so many out at one time.
Wow. And this year, Chris, I ordered 2 cakes from you, and his cakes are huge, people. So you order a cake from Chris. If it's just you and maybe a spouse and a child, you're not gonna finish that in a week. You're not going to finish that cake. I mean, these cakes are huge, so but they're delicious, you know. So what's the customer demand? Like what do you get an order for most out of all this stuff?
They love the strawberry crunch cake. Of course, they love like the apple pie cheesecake or the strawberry cheesecake. Like the one high demand sweet potato cheesecake, apple pie cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, banana pudding cheesecake. When it comes out to cakes, strawberry crunch cake or vanilla bean cake or sweet potato pound cake, or it's like I think all of the desserts have its own time to shine at that time. That makes sense. Or banana pudding cake, whatever's trending. So one dessert may be popular 1 week or that month, and then it's just like a whole domino effect. I think
for me,
they had its own time to shine.
And for me, I love the sweet potato cheesecake. My daughter loves the banana pudding cheesecake. So, but this year I ordered a coconut pineapple cake, from you this year, and that thing was huge, bro. But it was delicious, you know. And so, but my daughter, she likes that banana pudding cheesecake, and people like, a banana pudding cheesecake. I never heard of such a thing. I said, well, my dude makes them, so you know, you better go ahead and get you one, you know. So, but those are the ones you sell the most. Those ones there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does demand?
Does the
willing to ship? Are you willing to ship?
I will, but it's just unfortunately like they don't. I've shipped cheesecakes before. It's just the delivery drivers, they don't respect the sign up there. I can tell when I get to the FedEx or the post office, it's full because I get dry ice and all. I put fragile. Sometimes it goes to the customer the way I made it. Sometimes they kind of like crack it a little bit.
Yeah.
But what I have done, if I'm like going to DC or Georgia, I have customers in different areas. If I have like a notepad areas people live out of state, I do send a message, hey, I'll be in town for XYZ, and that gives them the opportunity to order desserts. And I take desserts on the flight as well. I have several. Every time I fly, I always have desserts on the airplane with me. And then when
you are willing to be flued out.
No, they don't fly me out. I just happen to go for leisure, and I just have it.
But you say you would be open to like being like a personal chef type of thing.
Oh, you're right. All right. So that's why I want to go to school for it. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't get a building to go full time. Reason why I want to get more knowledge, because like I'm going for the pastry chef and culinary and also business management. So I want to be educated on all those things. A lot of people have gifts, but everyone don't know how to run a business. So if I would get to the level of having employees, I want to know the ins and outs of business so that I could be good at what I'm doing with a front end.
Right.
Hey,
okay.
Man.
That's
but,
there
you go.
But you didn't answer the question though. Is you saying no, you're not gonna be flued out? Or are you available to be flued out?
I could do it. Just let me know.
Y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll make it happen.
But for the right price.
The right price.
Oh yeah, for the right price. Absolutely. So, but you said you didn't take on brick and mortar because right now you don't feel like you're ready for something like that.
Right.
So
I could do the work, but I need to learn the back end when it come down to business. Right. I need to know, like, when it come down to all like the paperwork. I do a small paperwork through my phone app, but I want to go to school for business as well, so I could be fully educated on how to run a front end.
Right.
I commend you for doing that, because a lot of people, I feel like people see certain things and they feel like, depending on who the person they see doing it, they like, I can do that. Not knowing it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of sleepless nights. It takes a lot of headaches. It takes a lot of forgiveness and grace. Like a lot goes into running a business. So I commend you for wanting to get that education, because a lot of times we be feeling like we know a lot more than we really actually know and can execute. So I think that's dope hearing you say that, because we don't hear a lot of people saying that, like, I like this is what I want to do, but I want to go get some more information so that I can appropriately do it.
Right. And how many people you seen like how many places you seen people get a business and it lasts less than a year? I don't want to be that person They get a front end and it and die after 6 months.
Right. So Chris, if somebody came to you right now, let's say an investor came across your pies and your cakes and stuff. So this guy's good. I'm going to fund his business. You don't think you're ready yet for that? You wouldn't accept the investment as of yet.
See, but you still got to be careful with that too, because like to my understanding, if someone invests, don't get a percentage of what you make.
Oh, they want equity.
What are the terms with that?
Yeah, equity. They want equity in the business. They're an investor. You know, so that's how that would work.
That paperwork, because you're not about to slip in on me on paragraph 9, section Z.
I need to look at all of that before I even ever go that direction. I need to read the fine print of what you should get from my business, because technically I prefer to fund my own so I can get all my proceeds. But when it comes up to investors, I need to know everything. Like what. Like it has to be some type of agreement. Like, what do you get from me?
Yeah, I mean that's just basic business. If they invest, they own stock, they want equity in the company. That's just basic business.
But you can't really say basic, Alex, because a lot of people, like we just said, they go into situations, all they see is the dollar signs. They don't think about that fine print. They don't think about those clauses and like that is what school is for, to teach you all of those type of things. Like, don't get me wrong, you can learn a lot from experience. I feel like that's why people who want to go to school should not judge people who want to get out here in the field, and people who want to go straight to the field should not judge people who want to go to school, because everybody learned differently.
Right. Yep.
Well, Chris, what's your next step then? I know you talking about going back to school, continuing the education. Where do you see this, let's say, because again, I've known you since probably around 2010, you know, in the theater, then, you know, doing the baking stuff. So you've been doing the baking stuff for a while now. So where do you see this in the next 5 years? This is usually a business question, but they always ask business people, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Bigger than what it is. So as Lord willing, as long as I'm healthy, and everything going the way I want to go, it's gonna be bigger than what it is, because therefore, you know, by me getting an education, going for the pastry chef and the culinary, I'm learning even more things to do. Like learn how to plate stuff. Like it's some of the things I have in my mind. Like I'm going to the events and display on a table, like things more decorative. Also portion control. Like me going to school, it's going to teach you portion control. Like, so if like, let's say like 100 people, even when it comes out to cooking side, you hire me to cook for 100 people. I can know how much stuff to get to service these people. I want to better myself with this business, because you can be doing things for so long and still be doing some things wrong. So what I've been doing wrong, I want it to be corrected.
Yeah, because cooking for 5 people is not like cooking for 100 people.
Right.
It's totally different.
I know. So that's why I want to have the confidence to really be, you know. And then I have some people I can train. I want to be an instructor. You know, I would love to see people follow my footsteps and don't make the mistakes that I made. Right. Because at the end of the day, you can be doing stuff for a long time. Eventually, you don't want to do it anymore. You just have people do it for you. You like direct them on how to do it.
Yeah, you oversee.
Because just like basketball players, some of they don't play anymore. That's why they turn to coaches.
Yeah, they turn to coaches. Yeah, they oversee, they instruct, they do those kind of things. So, you know, again, TheeEnicole and I, we run businesses. So when you speak certain languages, you know, we get it. You know, why your prices have to go up. You know, why you got how your inventory is affected. You know, this and that, your intellectual properties and stuff like that. We understand all that kind of talk. The average person doesn't. So this is why me and TheeEnicole talk so much on this channel about business and how to conduct it, how to build them, you know, and keep your head and stay humble. That's always important as well. So I know you always been a humble guy. Your mother gonna make sure you stay humble.
Yes.
You know, your mom's is a very faith-based, you know, person. You're a faith-based family. So I applaud you for that. But I know TheeEnicole and myself, we always try to make sure that people leave here encouraged, to continue. So if you were having difficulty, Chris, or you hit a snag, let's say this past Thanksgiving holiday, wasn't a bonanza for you, which it was, because I came by the house, you had a million cakes all over the place. So, but let's say it wasn't, our job is to keep you encouraged, to keep you going, because we know you have the gifts, the talents, and the abilities, and because that's what we're about, on this show.
I appreciate that, and like this whole setup is make me feel good. That someone believed me, and meeting you, TheeEnicole. Like, I like the fact that you both are business savvy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we get here, I'm going to ask you three things. Well, three things on two different categories, because we are solution based, right? Because we gonna complain and we're gonna talk our ish, but we want to have some solutions too at the same time. So what are three things that you would tell business owners to make their business better? And then what are three things that you would tell customers on how to treat the business owners better?
Okay. All right. So I hope if I can remember the questions. Okay. So as a business owner, you have to be open to constructive criticism. Because if you're not, you got to be able to hear what the customer wants so that you can accommodate them when they come back. You can't be like, oh, that wasn't right. If the customer said it ain't, then let's make it right. Customers, I have a policy. So let's say that I made something for a customer and it didn't come out the way they expected. I'm going to make it over for them because I want to make sure that they're good.
But see how you avoid the scammers, Chris, because everybody wants something for nothing.
I've been through that before. I've been through that before. So
okay,
I've been through that before, and I handled them accordingly. They just don't get my business.
Okay,
that's how I handled them.
Because
can we end on that story, because that seems like an interesting story.
That could be another conversation.
Maybe I need to have you on story time, because that sounds real juicy.
Yeah. TheeEnicole does a show called Story Time, and you can get on there.
Another question too. So did I answer everything you needed, or?
Well, she said three things each.
Okay. All right. So I think I said two. So do I need to give like how many more answers? I want to make sure I'm on track. Okay. So all right.
Two more as a business owner and two more what the customers can do to be better customers, because sometimes customers can be annoying. Man.
Set boundaries. So like let's say the customer, they had an order for, let's say the order's for Saturday. Let them know that they have to come on time for the dessert. You set boundaries, make them pay the money up front. If they can't, at least tell them pay half of it, and then they could pay the rest the day before, and they got to come on time, because you got to move on to the next. You got to let these customers know you're going to do right by them, but they're not the only one that's coming to you that same day. So you got to find balance. Yeah. They got to respect your time.
Right. That's a big one. That's a big one. People don't understand time is money.
Time is money.
All good tips, all three of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And also tell, I apologize. Let them know you demand respect. Don't talk to me any kind of way. I let them know how to be listening, which I thank God I have some nice customers, but if they come off, I'm gonna let them know, listen, I'm not here to go back and forth with you. I'm not here to win an argument with them. I'm here to find a solution. This is what we can do. I'm not here to fight words with you.
Yeah, right. Because people get to wanting to cuss you out. You know that.
And guess what? I don't go back and forth with it. I have nothing to gain to do that. I'd say you have a good day, and I call me back once you can handle yourself. But I can't entertain this conversation at this time.
Right. There you go.
Because we got to think about it as business owners. First of all, everything isn't about us. So most times, the attitude that the customer comes to us with has nothing to do with us. They had a bad day. They boyfriend, girlfriend getting on their nerves. Their kids bad. They might have got laid off. You don't know what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with you. But I like that as a business owner. It's like, okay, First of all, we're gonna talk about what we got going on, and that's it.
Yeah, and be careful about these spouses. The spouses that reach out to you asking questions, and because I've been through this with a spouse. How you know such as how you know my wife or husband?
What?
And what I'll say to us, listen, how about bring this person to the phone and let them tell you who I am.
Right.
That's a big butt. That's a big butt.
Right.
I go through that. I've been through that sometimes too.
Yeah.
Let them tell you. I don't owe you anything.
Wow.
Yeah. But Chris, go ahead, Nicole.
Hold on, wait a minute. For the people who are going to be following him, because I hope that you guys here in the chat and on the replay too, make sure y'all check the description so you guys can follow him on IG. Y'all can purchase. And tell your boyfriend and girlfriend beforehand, because we don't need your partner coming at Chris sideways because you want some cupcakes. We don't need that. So again, I really, really thank you for coming. Alex, thank you for introducing us. I think that we need to support. We have to support. We have to support. So this floor is open for anybody to come and want to talk. If you want to talk about business, you definitely can come on here and get your business out there, because that's what we about. Yes.
And once again, guys, this is Christopher Westray Assorted Cheesecakes. Everything is in the description. Go to his IG, look at all the beautiful pictures. And if you're local in Virginia Beach or Norfolk area, just order some cakes, and he may even ship them depending on the cost, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
In the comments, anything I did put in the comments, Westray Assorted Cheese, because I'm not sure they can see it.
Oh, they'll
it's in the description. I don't play like that. If you come on this show, your information gonna be in the description, baby.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Just go on to the description, y'all, and click right there. It's gonna be highlighted. It'll take you straight to his page where you can see all his beautiful pictures and you can get in contact with him. But the thing about it is, please don't play with nobody's time. We don't put people information up here for you to be bothering them, hassling them. If you're gonna purchase. If you're gonna support. But please keep the goofiness to yourselves.
There you go. Thank you, Chris, man. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate both of you all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna take you down for just a second while we get out of here, but just please don't go anywhere for just 1 second. But yeah, we're big on support over here. And speaking of support, as always, Alex's Etsy store is also in the description. So make sure that you guys go purchase from him. It's getting cold outside. He got blankets over there, mugs for your little hot chocolate and your coffee.
Yeah, I got fleece blankets, the whole nine. Nice warm hoodies, everything. So yeah, go to that Etsy store, Ways of the World, and it's doing great. People love it.
You might have to ask Chris about that.
Oh, there you go. Aunt Niecy.
I am looking for one. So I am looking for one. So we will see. Damn, I wish I was back in Newport. No.
Yeah, Mac wants some cake, some pies.
Well, he said he will ship for the right price. So we're gonna get and we need to put together a donation. We need to taste the cakes. Okay, I need to taste the cake.
You taste the cake.
So you got to pay the cost to get fed from the boss. Okay. So make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out of here, and we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. You gonna tell them bye?
Yes, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. Bye. In my galaxy.
It's Sean Dufresne from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Mary DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing.